poverty for good.
Donna Warder. Greg Bakun here. It's nice to get out of the Twin Cities and take some travel excursions to some great locations. Minnesota has so much to offer, which is why I love traveling down to Wabasha and staying at the historic Anderson House Hotel. Opened in 1856, this beautiful hotel offers comfortable accommodations, has a delicious restaurant, and even a speakeasy in the basement to unwind with a drink. Located next to the Mississippi River and on Main Street, there is a lot of sightseeing and shopping to do too. To get more information, go to theandersonhousehotel.com. Greg Bakun here. I've been talking for a while about how spooky, fun, and fascinating the Minneapolis trolley tours are. But now there's big news. The Candlelight Ghost Tours now begin at the historic Pillsbury Club, a beautifully restored haunted mansion once owned by Charles Pillsbury himself. Believe it or not, the interior is nearly 200 years older than the exterior. How is that possible? You'll have to come out and find out. Before or after your tour, stop by the on-site market featuring a curated collection of handmade goods, artisan crafts, and locally inspired treasures. Perfect for picking a keepsake to remember your haunting adventure. You'll also find exclusive spooky merchandise from Tales of the Crypt and Elvira. Then, climb aboard the climate-controlled trolley as we travel through Minneapolis' haunted hotspots, uncovering ghost stories that locals would rather keep buried. The mansion is restored to perfection, and there is no better way to spend an evening. Visit MinneapolisTrolleyTours.com for tickets and more information.
With a look at your AM 950 weather, I'm Patrick Lilia. Tonight, foggy with a low of 27, then Thursday, a chance of rain with a high of 36. Heat up these cold nights with the hottest musical acts around at Crooner's Supper Club. Crooner's is located just north of I-694 off Highway 65 and Moore Lake Drive. Visit croonersmn.com to view their schedules and food menus.
The views expressed and the opinions given by the individual host, guest, random reptoid, or chupacabra may not necessarily reflect those of AM 950 Radio, its affiliates, or its sponsors. Now, it's time to step into the unknown. There are things people experience but never talk about. A shadow moving in the corner, flickering of the lights, a disembodied voice. We invite you to talk with us, share your story, share your experience, because this isn't just your story, this is our story. This is GhostBox Radio with Greg Bakun.
And this is GhostBox Radio on AM 950, where every night we talk about the paranormal, ufology, Bigfoot, and so much more. My name is Greg Bakun. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. Before we get started, I just wanted to quickly say thank you to everybody who showed up tonight at Ghost Stories and Beyond. We were talking about local haunts, and it was a great turnout, really good turnout tonight. Very interesting. We shared a lot of places in Minnesota they can go to and do investigations at, and we had a lot of people in the audience that were able to tell us the places that they've been to and share some stories as well. It was a lot of fun. The next Ghost Stories and Beyond is going to be February 4th, and we are going to be talking about pets in the afterlife. So hopefully you'll be able to join us for that. We'll be obviously reminding you all about that as we get closer to it. Speaking of pets, I left early today to get stuff done at work, and I just came back a little while ago, and literally my cat scolded me tonight when I walked in. I mean, literally, I opened up the door and she just gives this big meow. And it's not like, hey, good to see you. It's just like, where have you been? But we made up. She's at my feet at the moment, so you might hear some meowing later. But my gosh, it was so funny. She's just like, what the hell? And fair enough, quite frankly. I'm quite all right with that. Meanwhile, in Eden Prairie, we have Adam with us. How are you doing tonight, Adam?
Doing well. We're still above freezing. The mercury is at 33, so I'm actually still feeling semi-good before it gets too cold and I want to start a bonfire.
Yeah, well, there's plenty of paper in there, so help yourself. Now, tonight is, Adam, always our favorite, and tonight being Wednesday night, we are very lucky to be joined by psychic medium Refined Divine. Deb is joining us tonight giving of her time to do one question readings. And as always, this is, I really enjoy this. We say this all the time, and we really want people to join in. Deb, how are you doing tonight?
I'm fantastic. Thank you, Greg. I'm happy to be here.
And Happy New Year, Happy Holidays. It's it's funny, Deb, because you're the third show. You're the third show in this year. You're the last show that we did in 2025, and that was a great show. That was a great talking about the experiences with the paranormal energy and stuff. That was really fun.
I loved it. And we're going to be speaking more on paranormal coming up. What Tuesday are we back? We're going to be talking about manifestation and paranormal.
That would be next week as it happens. And that would be the the 14th or something like that? It's next Tuesday. It's next Tuesday. I'll get the date and I'll make sure everyone knows it. So everyone, you know the routine. You have a question about money, love, life, all of this stuff, and we're here to. I'm adding myself to this tonight, Deb. Deb is here to answer the questions. You can put it into the comments. You're more than welcome to do so, but you always get to the front of the line. If you call in, you could do that now, 952-946-6205, 952-946-6205. And right now, if you have a question, start putting it into the comments. We really would love to kind of get things going. But as you think of a question, also listen to this, okay? Now, we need to talk about some cruise stuff, don't we, Deb?
Yes, we have a cruise going out of Miami, Florida, and we are going to be going to the Bahamas and Jamaica. It is going to be a 7-day cruise. 7 days, Greg, and 2 days of that cruise is going to be a spiritual retreat. So we are so incredibly excited to launch this. Everything is final. It's set in stone, and we're just waiting for all of you to come on and join us.
Oh my gosh. And to get more information, to get to the details, to have someone to talk to, go to refinedivinepsychic.com. Am I right on that?
Yep, that's right. And that's where you're going to find all your information, the different booking rooms, the different options that we have, and we can get you all set up.
Now, did you add Jamaica to this? I don't remember Jamaica being part of it before.
We did. So we originally had a 5-day cruise and we were going to go just to the Bahamas, but Dave was offered another extended cruise that was 7 days that included Jamaica for just a couple extra $100. And we were like, why not? Oh my God. Yes. Let's go to the Bahamas and Jamaica in one trip. In
December. And if December in 2026 is as crappy as weather-wise as December 2025, you want to do this. You definitely want to do this. So, oh my gosh, no, that's
going to be incredible. This is our second cruise, and our first one we went to Cozumel and Progreso. What we really love about the cruise that we're going to be doing this time around, it includes some private tours on the islands that you don't have to pay extra for, and you don't have to pay port fees. And the food on the island is actually included in your cruise too. So it's really going to minimize the amount of funds that are going to need to be paid outside of the cruise ship, which is always really helpful for all of us that are trying to penny pinch and save some money. And we took a lot of time and a lot of effort to really fine tune this cruise and find the perfect one that fits everybody's needs, and I just can't wait. It's going to be an incredible time.
This is really exciting. I'm so happy. Obviously everyone wins on this, but I'm so happy that you and Dave are able to basically, like you said, take the time, make the perfect cruise. I mean, this isn't a money grab. This is really a well thought out, curated location cruise, and I love that. I really do, and I'm so excited that you all are doing this, because this is a great way for people to see wonderful, beautiful parts of the the Caribbean, as going in the world, and do it as affordable as possible. So
Yeah,
That's
and
cool.
next year we are looking at possibly Greece or Italy, and we're also looking at an Alaskan cruise. So we're super excited. We're just touching the basis now, and it's limitless. Really, we could travel together, an affordable rate together, and making it affordable for everybody.
Wow, that's great. That's great. Now, and we said this is December, right?
This is November. It's
No,
going to be in
November.
November. We had to
Okay.
switch the date
Okay.
to get the 7 days. Yep.
That's where
Thank you,
I think that's where I think I missed it in Crystal Psychic, is it's like, no, November. So she's like, get your act together, Greg.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I totally get it.
That's okay.
So we got a lot of people on tonight, by the way, and I have yet to see one question come through. And folks, I mean, you're all here. I see you, and I know that there's more listening. So once again, I need you all to put your questions.
It's the new year. It's the new year. You guys want to know what it is that it has in store for you. We definitely can take a look at that. The only dumb question is the one not asked. Remember that. There's no such thing. I can see the past, the present, the future. I'm completely clairvoyant. And so I can speak to people on the other side, including your angels, your guides, people that have crossed over, and your higher self. If there's something you're wondering about a current life situation, or something that you might be wondering that your higher self wants to get in on, I can do that for you as well. It really is limitless, you guys. And so we always say, you think one question can change your life, but I'll tell you what, try it out and see what happens.
It's a question I want to ask, but I don't think I can ask it over the air. So that doesn't help the show at all, by the way.
That doesn't help the show.
But Mark,
okay. I can tell you, Greg, that in 2026, what I see for the 2026 as a whole, as the world and where we're moving to, I think that, everything that's happening right now, it's really important that maybe we take a look at what that is. And I want everybody to realize that we all can play a huge role in what's happening in the world by being the example of what you want to see in the world. Spirit talks to us so loud today about knowing that whatever you choose today is our future for the rest of the world. And you say one day, you're saying one day it is for the rest of the future. Absolutely. Every single thought, every single emotion, every single action that we're choosing to take together in this day is going to create our mass consciousness for the future. So it is absolutely important that we all start acting like we matter. Because we do. By our thoughts, our actions, and our emotions, we are creating a reality. And the things that are happening right now in the United States are just, they're saddening, they're heartbreaking. It's scary. It's scary for a lot of the people that we know. And I want you to know that being the example and doing the right thing is what everybody should be doing. So that way it becomes the normal.
Absolutely.
It becomes the norm.
We're doing one question readings of Psychic, Medium, Refined, Divine. And once again, real fast, want more information on the cruise, make sure that you go ahead and you visit refineddivinepsychic.com. Now, for questions, you can do a couple different things. You can put it in the comments, or you can call us, 952-946-6205. That always gets you to the front of the line. But lucky for the people in the comments, no one has called in yet. Mark asked the question, got anything for me?
Yeah, Mark, your guides are talking to us about all the different work that you've been doing that's helping others. And they want you to know how proud of you they are. It feels like you've expanded on what you've been doing. And it seems like you're taking more of a spiritual aspect on how you're doing it. And that is just something that they're just soaring on high about. So congratulations on that.
Very cool. And Mark, it's good to see you on here. Let us know if that resonates with you. We can fit probably one more in before the break here. And that is Bruce. Bruce asked the question, what do my personal finances look like for 2026? Not good, Bruce. No, just kidding. I know nothing about anything.
Bruce, it's important to focus more on what you do have instead of what you don't have. It seems that the thoughts they're showing me keep going to the negative side of what I don't have or what you want to have. And they talk to us about remembering that the universe brings you what you mimic. And so we must move into the state of knowing what we do have and everything we are grateful for to bring the abundance that you're wanting. For more abundance, we must know that we are abundant and not in lack. When we're in lack, that's exactly what we're attracting, more lack.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, it's interesting. I mean, I totally get Bruce's question. And, you know, especially for me a couple of years ago, because things were not great for me. I don't know what Bruce's situation is. I don't need to know what his situation is. But boy, you know, that it can be so overwhelming when things are on a slippery slope. And I'm not saying that's what Bruce is on, but I'm just going from my experience at the time. And you know, and I talked to a couple different, and I might have talked to you about it. In fact, you know, just like, throw me a bone, you know, am I going to be okay? You know, just because you get so scared over time, you know?
Remembering that even when we're in the darkest of darkest times, that one small pebble in that pond of frequency that we're emanating can cause an effect of happiness to happen. One small thing, one small gratitude, one small happy thought grows inside of our emotional body and can make a shift. And so it's not that, oh, today I have to be so positive and happy that I'm blowing the roof off. That's not what we're talking about at all. It's about a shift that is more gradual into gratitude that can create a huge shift in your life. And so just know that, you know, when you're at the bottom, the only way you can go is up.
Absolutely. And, you know, just my 2 cents. One thing that always helped me too is that nothing ever stays the same forever. So if you're in a bad situation, it's not going to last. It will get better.
No.
Once again, I'm not
season doesn't mean a bad.
Right. And once again, I'm not saying Bruce is having any of this. I'm just kind of going off my own personal riffing here. Mark, by the way, says about the reading that you had given him just now. He said that's pretty spot on. So that's very cool. Always love to hear that. Why don't we do this? I have up on deck for questions Kimmer, Jamie, and Nikki. And anyone who wants to call in, do so. 952-946-6205. 952-946-6205. I see a lot of you watching. This is a great opportunity to get some answers that's probably been on your mind. We're going to take a break. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to GhostBox Radio on AM 950.
Dual host, guest, random reptoid, or
Greg Bakun here. Like you, I love good, fresh, delicious food. So I want to tell you about this treasure in Roseville called Maverick's Real Roast Beef. Mavericks has the best roast beef sandwiches I've ever had. Made fresh every order. Add fries or onion rings dropped in the fryer when ordered, and you have a winning combination. Maverick's Real Roast Beef has a lot more than roast beef, so check out their website, mavericksbeef.com, or check out their restaurant on Lexington in Roseville. Greg Bakun here. It's nice to get out of the Twin Cities and take some travel excursion to some great locations. Minnesota has so much to offer, which is why I love traveling down to Wabasha and staying at the historic Anderson House Hotel. Opened in 1856, this beautiful hotel offers comfortable accommodations, has a delicious restaurant, and even a speakeasy in the basement to unwind with a drink. Located next to the Mississippi River and on Main Street, there is a lot of sightseeing and shopping to do too. To get more information, go to theandersonhousehotel.com. Greg Bakun here. I've been talking for a while about how spooky, fun, and fascinating the Minneapolis trolley tours are. But now there's big news. The Candlelight Ghost Tours now begin at the historic Pillsbury Club, a beautifully restored haunted mansion once owned by Charles Pillsbury himself. Believe it or not, the interior is nearly 200 years older than the exterior. How is that possible? You'll have to come out and find out. Before or after your tour, stop by the on-site market featuring a curated collection of handmade goods, artisan crafts, and locally inspired treasures. Perfect for picking up a keepsake to remember your haunting adventure. You'll also find exclusive spooky merchandise from Tales of the Crypt and Elvira. Then, climb aboard the climate-controlled trolley as we travel through Minneapolis's haunted hotspots, uncovering ghost stories that locals would rather keep buried. The mansion is restored to perfection, and there is no better way to spend an evening. Visit MinneapolisTrolleyTours.com for tickets and more information. Have you ever met someone who not only can help you on a deep spiritual level, but also potentially change your life? Refined Divine is an extremely gifted psychic medium who travels the nation and lives right here in the Midwest. And she offers mediumship, mentorship, house and business parties, energy healing, palm readings, and so much more. Refined Divine has helped thousands, and she can help you.
Hi, this is Psychic Medium Deb. I cannot wait to hear from you. You can go to refineddivinepsychic.com.
And we are doing one question readings tonight with Psychic Medium Refined Divine as we are getting into this, and we are looking for people to add their questions to the comments. You can do so. It's pretty simple. Also, you can call in 952-946-6205, 952-946-6205. We have a few that we're going to get to in a second, but before we get to it, Deb, where are you going to be this weekend?
We are going to be in Rochester, Minnesota, and we are going to be at the Eagles Club, Greg, from 10 to 4 p.m. You can go online right now, guys, to our website, www.refineddivinepsychic.com, and we still have a couple free tickets, so you don't have to pay admission to get in the door. It's going to be an incredible day. We have hundreds of dollars in door prizes. We're going to be pulling all day long. Get there early, get your wristband on, get pre-registered, get yourself all ready for the day. My gallery is going to be at noon, where I come out and I read the crowd and I bring messages from the other side. It is hilarious, you guys. If you've met us, it's a really good time in there. We bring a lot of motivation from all of you, and we actually stream from the other side your past loved ones, your guides, your angels, and it all comes together in an amazing full packed hour. I'll tell you, it goes by in a blink. I love Rochester, Minnesota. It's one of my favorite venues to go to. Food right on site there. It's going to be incredible, you guys. Come on out and see us this Saturday, the Eagles Club in Rochester, Minnesota.
Now, I have I've done the Rochester show with you. It is fantastic, and to your point, let alone the fact of all the amazing things that you had talked about. It's also that, like you said, there's food on site, and I think that's huge. Actually, that's a very big. As someone as myself who needs to eat all the time, it's just nice to be able to do that. So, and it's a beautiful location, and it's a lot of fun. Now, we also have Mark back saying that it'd be great if you could do that in Toledo. And he says, LOL. Well, there's not so much of an LOL. I mean, you and Dave, it seemed like you're kind of open to just about anything. So
it's the truth. We are. Where the heck is Toledo?
Ohio.
I'm writing it in my notes as we speak, Mark.
Write it down, Mark. Actually, we travel all over the United States, so that's not actually too far-fetched.
And it really isn't too terribly far, really. I mean, it's no, and load up the big truck and make Dave, set up everything. No, it sounds great, actually. Yeah, Dave's not laughing anymore. The jollity kind of left when I said that, I guess. I don't know. We're doing one question. Also, before we go, I also want to say you can keep up with everything that Deb and Dave are doing. Obviously refineddivinepsychic.com, but also Refined Divine on Facebook. Please go there and like, subscribe, follow, and then you'll see all the places. And I love the graphic that you all made for all your shows going to through May. So I think that's great. That's perfect. So folks, go check that out. We're doing one question.
Yep, just go on over, and you can, guys, on the first page of refineddivinepsychic.com, if you go all the way to the bottom, you can sign up for the free email newsletter that comes out weekly. And then that lets you know where we're at every single week.
Yep, absolutely. We're doing one question readings. If you want to put your questions into the comments, please do so. If you want to call in with a question, 952-946-6205, 952-946-6205. As I say, if you call in, you get to the front of the line And that's where we're going right now. We have Angie on the line. Hi, Angie. How are you doing tonight?
I'm good. How about you, Greg?
I'm doing very well. Thank you so much for calling in. What do you have for Deb tonight?
Sure. Hi, Deb. I was just wondering what you see for growth for me this year.
This year is definitely about self-reflection and getting to know who Angie truly is, what Angie really loves, and really striving for that. Your guides talk to us about understanding that a lot of the people that you're supposed to be aligning with are really going to come into this year. 2026 is going to be a really strong year for new connections and some old ones too, bringing back some of that I almost feel like some friends from way back when might be coming back in. Is this true?
Possibly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did you get some interactions from people that were from some time ago?
Maybe a couple messages, but that's about it.
Okay. I feel like there's going to be some integration happening this year. So keep your heart open and keep your eyes open. And it's really going to bring more of an understanding of who you are this year.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Angie. I hope you have a great,
Thanks for
fantastic
calling.
year.
Yeah, you guys too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Once again, we're doing one question readings with Psychic Medium Refined Divine. You can put your question into the comments. Also, to get ahead of the comments, call in 952-946-6205, 952-946-6205. In the comments, though, we have Kimmer, and Kimmer says career path changes.
Kimber, I'm feeling like you're they're talking to us about wanting to do more for yourself. I don't know if this is like your own business or if this is something like a shift where you're more in charge. You're definitely meant to be a leader or somebody who's in charge of the others. So the career path change definitely is going to be like you're going to be more of the supervisor or somebody who actually has the business itself.
Very cool. Very cool. Kimmer, if you're listening, I'd love to know if this resonates. Thank you very much for the question. Jamie asked the question, is my son going to be able to keep his career?
This has something to do with travel, Jamie. If you're on there, if you could just call in, that'd be so great. You guys, it's not that scary. Give us a call. That way I can actually feel your energy a lot more authentically than writing it. I feel like your son has something to do with a move or something about where it's at, the career. And that seems to be the problem. So I'm not quite sure the answer is going to be yes.
Jamie, if you want to call in, well, once again, 952-946-6205. And folks, the reason why we do the call in as well, just as Deb says, feel the energy and whatnot. And it's sometimes just easier with just a little conversation back and forth to kind of really get to the nub of what you're asking for. Why don't we go ahead? Nikki.
Yes.
Says, does my mom, Kathy, have any messages for me?
Nikki, was she a smoker? I just got like a big whiff of cigarette smoke. She definitely wants you to know that she's right by your side. She's very proud of all the changes you've been making. I feel very heart passionate towards who she was when she was living. She was like the core or the center of your world. And so she's talking to us about how you need to shift that now into you're the core and the center of your world and really focusing on that and making sure that that's what you're focusing on this year. She's really, really pushing that. And she has been for a couple months, but you know that because you're super connected yourself.
And with that, Nikki says yes, which I'm presuming that's about the smoking, perhaps. She just put that in there, so maybe she heard that, and she was saying that maybe her mom smoked.
Yeah, because her mom's giggling, so yes.
Okay, all right, that's good. Thanks, Nikki. Appreciate the question. Once again, we're doing one question readings. You can call in 952-946-6205. As Angie says in the comments, I promise, guys, it's not scary to call in. It isn't. It's great. it's refreshing. That's what it is. It's refreshing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
right. But we got lots of questions, and this is good. Let's see here. Rosie Marie says, "Hi, Deb. Do you see any insight into a person I've reconnected with and the energy or potential around our connection?"
Yeah. So this connection is something that's rekindled or something that once was. It feels stronger than it was before, and it feels like there's going to be something brand new with this. It feels like there's something growing inside of you that you didn't have before, and this has something to do with a twin flame feeling of this relationship that you're getting into. There's going to be a lot of learning and a lot of growth with this, Rosie. So saddle up your boots. It's going to be a wild ride, but I promise you, you're not going to regret it.
That's great. Thank you very much for that, Rosie. And as we mentioned before, you can put your question into the comments, or you can call in at 952-946-6205. When you call in, you get to the front of the line. There are a few. There's 3 people who've called in, but I'm gonna go to the most recent because Jamie has called in. And Jamie, thank you very much for calling us. Do you want to explain a little bit more to Deb your question in the comments?
I can explain, or I can just tell it.
To me, that's the same thing.
Yeah. So there was some type of accident, and we're just kind of wondering if he's going to be able to do what he's always wanted to do in life with his career.
And this is affected, and Jamie, this has affected his mobility?
Not his mobility, just his ability to do his job. He wasn't hurt,
right? And
and
it feels like. Okay. Well, what I'm feeling is that it feels like it's going to be something that has to do something with, like, whatever happened. It has something to do with his mobility, or like where he has to work, or where he has to get to work at, or something with this. And it feels like to me that there's some restraints in how he's going to do that. And I don't see a yes just yet. And that is because he has not yet decided this himself. And so when we look into this, you must understand that with free choice, the future can change. And I just really feel like there isn't a direct answer with this one yet. When there usually is, there just isn't with this yet. So give this a little bit more time and really talk to him about really owning what he wants out of life. And remember that everything we go through is not a hindrance. It's actually a gift. And when we really look at things as a gift, we can grow from them. And then we can really understand why and what we're really supposed to be doing. And I really just feel passionate about this, that this is what he needs to do.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Thank you for calling.
Thank you, Jamie. Really, I really appreciate it. We have a couple more callers that we're going to get to now. And once again, folks, calling in at 952-946-6205 does get everyone to the front of the line with us tonight. And we have Sarah on the phone. Sarah, how are you doing tonight?
Hi, I'm very happy to have discovered you. I actually live in Eden Prairie, and I just drove past the radio station today, and I thought, why not just check it out? And I'm so pleased. So
I'm so pleased that you did that. Thank you very much.
I even thought I might stop by sometime if you'd let me and have a peek.
Well, I guarantee you won't be impressed, but you're more than welcome. So,
and Refined Divine, I really like I'm getting a lot of benefit from the answers that you give to other people. So thank you for that. I have sort of a 2-part question. One is just about me. I'm wondering, or I miss my sister. My younger sister died several years ago, and I'm wondering if she or anybody else on the other side is available to me right now. The other is a more general question. I'm curious what you think about pre-incarnational agreements, and whether I know we're at choice every moment, but whether there are some things that are sort of immutable, I'm not talking about fate necessarily, but things that are chosen prior to incarnating.
Sarah, what's your sister's name?
I'm sorry, what did you say?
What's your sister's name?
Cynthia. Or Cindy.
Oh, yeah. She comes through with this like passion for life. She had invigoration. She really loved life, didn't she?
Actually, no, she was pretty troubled. She and I both struggled. It was a difficult family.
Even though you had a difficult family, she still had a passion for life. Even with struggle, there's still a passion there. She had a lot of excitement for the things that she did. She's showing us, and she says to us that this is something that she really has come to terms with since she's crossed over on the other side. And she's talking to us about freedom and happiness and joy and really living that life that she desired. And she gives me like this opening up of her heart. And she wants me to show me that she is showing you that this is her message to you, that this is going to happen for you too. It doesn't have to happen when we cross over. We don't have to forgive now, but to do it now is really the key to success of opening your heart and feeling better in the now. And she's talking to us about how she's made that transition since she's passed on the other side. And she's really, really there for you a lot, but you feel her. She talks to us about it.
I talk out loud to her all the time.
Yeah, she feels you. And to your question, I really would love to answer this, even though it's only one question readings about the incarnation. Yes, we do choose things before we come here, but there is free choice, even though we choose it.
That is a longer, deeper question, but thank you so much. I'm really happy to have discovered you, and I'll check you out online.
Thank you so much, Sarah. Really appreciate that very much. And I do want to also, and we still have, and I just want to note, I know, Jennifer, you're there. We're going to get to you after our break. But what I do want to say real fast as well, that, the one question readings is a great hors d'oeuvre to a bigger possibilities of a really good reading, a really good session. And Deb offers those in a lot of different forms, where you can get a full reading that really gets into a lot of things that you want to, not just limited to one question. You could also, I'm assuming, Deb, we can still do the write-in of the 5 questions.
Yeah, absolutely. $45, 5 questions. People really tend to like that because you don't have to have that interaction. For some reason, they think I'm scary. I don't know. So does Dave.
Yeah, well, Dave. Yeah, so I mean, and I just want to bring that up because people, I know there's going to be, like, especially with some of these answers tonight, I'm sure there's some follow-up that you would all love to get some more information on. Go to refinedivinepsychic.com, please, and really look around too, beyond just the readings. Like, look at the classes. We're going to be talking more about mentorships and stuff like that as we're getting closer into these things. And Deb is a fantastic, just a really good person to help you on those journeys. So please check out refinedivinepsychic.com. We have Jennifer on deck and the phones. We have a lot of questions in the comments. So why don't we do this? Let's take our next break. When we come back, we're going to continue our one question readings. Don't go anywhere. Still have time to put yours in. You can do so. You're listening to GhostBox Radio on AM 950.
Are you one of thousands of individuals who know you have psychic abilities but don't know how to tap into your higher self? Refined Divine is an extremely gifted psychic medium who offers classes that can help you reach your goals. Refined Divine holds classes Monday and Thursday at her 2 locations and via Zoom. Classes consist of manifestation, learning psychic abilities, shadow work, and healing trauma. Refined Divine has helped thousands, and she can help you.
This is Psychic Medium Deb. You can go to refinedivinepsychic.com.
Greg Bakun here. I've been talking for a while about how spooky, fun, and fascinating the Minneapolis Trolley Tours are. But now there's big news. The Candlelight Ghost Tours now begin at the historic Pillsbury Club, a beautifully restored haunted mansion once owned by Charles Pillsbury himself. Believe it or not, the interior is nearly 200 years older than the exterior. How is that possible? You'll have to come out and find out. Before or after your tour, stop by the on-site market featuring a curated collection of handmade goods, artisan crafts, and locally inspired treasures. Perfect for picking up a keepsake to remember your haunting adventure. You'll also find exclusive spooky merchandise from Tales of the Crypt and Elvira. Then, climb aboard the climate-controlled trolley as we travel through Minneapolis' haunted hotspots, uncovering ghost stories that locals would rather keep buried. The mansion is restored to perfection, and there is no better way to spend an evening. Visit MinneapolisTrolleyTours.com for tickets and more information.
Greg Bakun here. I've told you about the out-of-the-world roast beef sandwiches at Maverick's Real Roast Beef, but I haven't told you about their Philly steak sandwiches, turkey bacon avocado sandwich, BLT, crispy chicken, fish sandwiches, brisket, or pulled pork. Okay, you get the idea. They make a lot of delicious food to the same standard as their famous roast beef sandwiches, and now I'm starving. I'm going to go to Maverick's Real Roast Beef off Lexington and Roseville, and you need to go too. Check out their menu at mavericksbeef.com.
Greg Bakun here. It's nice to get out of the Twin Cities and take some travel excursion to some great locations. Minnesota has so much to offer, which is why I love traveling down to Wabasha and staying at the historic Anderson House Hotel. Opened in 1856, this beautiful hotel offers comfortable accommodations, has a delicious restaurant, and even a speakeasy in the basement to unwind with a drink. Located next to the Mississippi River and on Main Street, there is a lot of sightseeing and shopping to do too. To get more information, go to the AndersonHouseHotel.com. And join me tomorrow on GhostBox Radio with Greg Bakun. We're going to actually be doing a replay. My buddy Bill Evenson is joining us. He is one of the co-hosts of the podcast Frankenstein Minute, and we are going to be talking about the Universal Frankenstein films from the 1930s and 40s. He knows quite a lot about this stuff. It's kind of a fun topic for me, so I think you're going to enjoy the conversation. Friday, I'm going to be live from the Anderson House in Wabasha, Minnesota, getting ready for the Parafair. Please join us, and if you have any questions or you want to call in or anything else, you are more than welcome to do so. Real fast, Adam, would you say it's fair, because people might be thinking, why on earth would I say if you come to the station you're not going to be impressed? Would you think it's fair to say that this is maybe one of the only buildings that the outside looks about the same as the inside? I mean, I was just kind of thinking about that on break.
Yeah, it's kind of a Norman Rockwell painting if it were done by the Garbage Pail Kids. So, yeah, it's not the prettiest of station. If you like browns and orange nastiness, we got those tones rocking in here.
And snakes.
Yeah, snakes. Plenty of snakes.
So, yeah, I just wanted to we love working.
Sounds like a fantastic time.
Yeah, you got to come out there and enjoy it for yourself. We are doing one-question readings with Psychic Medium Refined Divine. It's been a real fun hour. We have a lot of questions to get to. We're going to get to it right now. If she's still with us, Jennifer, are you still with us?
I am still with you.
Thank you so much for waiting so long for us to get to you. Welcome. Do you have a question for Deb?
I do. First of all, Deb, I appreciate everything that you do. I met you, actually, I came to one of your events in Prairie du Chien, and I feel like I connected with you. I'm an empath, and you picked that up right away. But my question for you, I guess, that is weighing heavy on my heart is I almost passed away from a very rare cancer, and it was pretty touch and go for a while. My health has been declining at a faster rate that the doctors and I would like to see due to my kidneys and my liver. I'm wondering if you're picking up anything on that as far as, you know, I'm getting kind of nervous. It's getting closer to dialysis, transplants. Am I going to make it through?
Yeah. I'm really sorry that you're going through this. I want you to know that first off, I can't see death. and nobody can. If anybody tells you they can, they're lying to you. It's not the gift that God gives anybody. And so we can't see death. Right. But what I can see is there is a lot of fear based around this ailment. And I'm not a doctor, and I'm not, diagnosing you with anything, but I can tell you what spirit tells me is that ailments and diseases are caused from emotions. And when we look into why we feel the way we feel, we've mostly felt this way our whole entire lives. And that's where I see this for you, is there's a lot of fear and anxiety based around the kidneys. And there's a lot of aggression and anger that hasn't been dealt with in the liver. And so when we look at that, we need to sit with why we feel the way we feel. And now I've seen miracles. I promise you it's true. People start working on themselves, and they start dealing with their emotions, and they start dealing with why they are feeling the way that they're feeling, and they start healing themselves. It's like when they give people the placebo pill. They give them a placebo pill and they say, this sugar pill is going to make you well. And it does nothing. It's just sugar. The belief in our mind that it was going to make us well made us well. And it's the same thing with us dealing with our actual emotions that are in our body. Our belief of knowing that we're doing this can cure us. And so the best 2 books I can recommend for anybody, hands down, Encyclopedia of Ailments and Diseases. You can get it right off Amazon. And Louise Hay, You Can Heal Your Life. You can go right to Google and Google the PDF. It's free. The whole schedule of the human body, the ailments that we have, why we create them, and affirmations on how to uncreate them.
Okay. Okay. I will definitely look that up. I'm hoping my spirit guides are with me.
They always are. They've never left you. They never will leave you. It's so good to hear from you. Thank you for calling in.
And here's hoping for some fantastic news and health for you.
Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you, Jennifer. We are doing 1-question readings tonight with Psychic Medium Refined Divine. If you do want to call in, you will get to the front of the line. And we do have a lot of questions in the comments. So and I'm not sure we're going to get to them all. We'll do our very, very best. But if you have something you really want to ask, you can call in 952-946-6205. Also, remember that if sometimes maybe it's just not one question that you want to ask. Maybe it needs to be a little bit bigger conversation. Go to refinedivinepsychic.com and schedule a full reading. And there's other options there as well. We go look at Olivia. Her comment is, what would my guides like me to know right now?
Olivia, there seems to be a lot of transitioning happening right now. And when I look at that transition, they're talking to us about even maybe a new career or a new career decision. It feels like that you're going to be making some new decisions for yourself real soon. And so I want you to keep your mind open and your eyes ready, because it looks like it's going to be more money for you, which is exciting.
Oh, that's great. I was going to say, so I was trying to formulate a joke and it fell apart. So we're just going to move on. Thank you for the question.
So we're just going to pretend like it didn't happen. It's fine.
Yeah, you can't always be funny. And in my case, maybe ever, but we try. Celestial Light Massage says, hello. Is there any insight my guides want me to know about my spiritual path?
Yeah, when I look at your spiritual path, Nikki, they talk to us about knowing that when we are relying on self, that is when we're really going to feel the pull of where we need to be in life. And so right now we're going through a time where it feels like you're alone, but we want you to know you're not. And it's important to remember that in that time alone, we almost talk like, it almost feels like 21 days in the desert, like you're alone, but it's for a reason. And that is going to lead you into knowing yourself better than you ever have in your life. And just stick with it. You're going to be all right.
All right. Really appreciate that question. Once again, you can put your question into the comments if you so desire, but to get to the front of the line, 952-946-6205. That's where we're going right now. We have Melissa on the line. Melissa, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing well. Hi, Deb.
What do you got for Deb? What do you got for Deb tonight?
I wanted to know if I was going to reach my weight loss goal. I have been struggling. I am on a GLP, but I seem to have plateaued, and I am having thoughts of failure and thinking of just giving up, of not doing the GLP. And I don't know, because I would love to meet my weight goal.
Yeah,
And
I feel you on that.
Event.
Mhm. Yeah, I too struggle with weight, so I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you. Try smaller meals in smaller increments. So when people get gastro bypass surgery, what they're showing me is that this would really work for you, because we like to snack, smaller snacks throughout the day instead of big meals or sitting down and having big portions. Try smaller snacks throughout the day. I too, Melissa, am doing this smaller snacking, and I really feel like that this is really going to be helpful for you. And I do see you reaching that goal. I just don't know that it's going to be with that GPL1 thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
Very, I mean, and I can speak from experience, because I had lost a great deal of weight, and this may not be the greatest advice ever, but one of the things that I had learned when I was doing it is if I was hungry for something, to eat it. I think the more you tell your brain that you can't do something, the more likely you're going to find a way. You're going to end up getting there anyway. So if you just want a bite of something, I would recommend doing it, quite frankly. I had lost at one
game. Like I'm on the highest dose right now of Zepbound, and I'm dealing with mentally I want to eat, physically my stomach clamps down. I can't.
I see. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, because I'm not
getting any results either.
It is so hard. It is so hard. I don't mean in your situation.
No, I know.
The mind games that your mind plays on yourself.
It's a very strong, and I'm already battling with enough stuff. I don't need to add weight loss to it. I just feel like with anxiety, depression, is this another card game I want to play?
Just wish you the best, and just know that I'm sure you have a great support group that help, and we're all behind you here. So
okay, thank you.
Just and please update us. Please feel free to update us. Would love to know.
Alrighty.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. We're doing one question readings here, and we have about 4 minutes left. We are not going to get to everybody tonight, and I do apologize, but the amount of questions have been outstanding. Really appreciate it. And Deb will be back on in 2 weeks. Holly asked the question, good evening, I have a question. Are things going to resolve themselves between my ex-husband and my kids, or do I need to do something more?
Holly, the first thing I get is that it's really important that you allow this to work its way out the way that it needs to. Too much intervention from you is just going to lead them back to feeling exactly the way they were before, because you keep fixing. They show me Holly fixes everything. And if you continue to help them resolve it, they'll never resolve it themselves. And so to step back and allow whatever's supposed to happen is what needs to happen here.
Holly Ann, I hope that that helps real fast. Let's see here. Carrie asked the question, my daughter is experiencing a nasty breakup. Will she be okay?
We're all always okay. That's what I want everybody to understand, is that we go through, deepest, darkest depths of of literal hell, and then we come back up to the heavens, and it's a fluctuation, Carrie. Remember when you were younger, we all have to go through this, and of course she's going to be okay. It's going to be a progress of grief, and it's going to be a progress of understanding who she is. And like we say, with great darkness always brings great light, right? We have to have both here on the earth. We have to have dark and light to make the world go round, and that is within inside of ourselves and our emotions too.
Now,
we wouldn't know dark without light, and we wouldn't know light without dark.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, I want to remind everybody once again, go to refinedivinepsychic.com. You can schedule a full reading there, as that is, there's been a lot of topics tonight that I think could be explored further with a reading. And if you don't want to do that, that's fine. But there are a lot of options to do so. We're going to be doing the one question reading 2 weeks from tonight, but also want to remind everybody that Deb and Dave are going to be out in Rochester on Saturday. The information is on Refined Divine Psychic as well as Refined Divine on Facebook. That's going to be a great show, Deb. That's going to be outstanding.
Yes, I can't wait for this weekend, guys. The Eagles Club, Rochester, Minnesota. Come and see us from 10 to 4. 9 a.m. Those doors are going to open. Come on and get registered. Get your wristbands on. Get signed up for the door prizes. Hundreds of dollars in door prizes drawn all day long. Noon is going to be my gallery. 2 o'clock, I'm going to be teaching you how to tap into your psychic abilities. It's going to be incredible.
It's going to be incredible. And that's just, and there's going to be so many shows throughout the year and so many things and ways to be able to learn from Deb, as well as this little cruise that's now happening in November, and going to Jamaica, and I already forgot the Bahamas. My God, incredible. That information is also on refinedivinepsychic.com. To get the information, what a way to get away, to go on a cruise for 7 days. I'd like to do that. As we wrap up, Deb, thank you so much for doing these and giving of yourself and answering these wonderful questions. Really do appreciate it very much, as always.
Yeah, thanks for having us, Greg. I'm so excited to continue this through 2026, you guys. Go, please, also, my people, I know that we're on our live Facebook, too. Please follow Greg on his stuff, too, guys. Let's show our support for AM 950 Radio for having us.
Oh, you're so kind. Thank you very much. Tomorrow, we're going to be talking with Bill Evenson about Universal Frankenstein films. Everybody, have a good night, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.
The Tom Hartman Show. Now, that's Smart Radio, AM 950, KTNF, St. Louis.